I'm so happy to have Dr. Lauren Roche with me today. We're going to chat about why meditation should almost be a part of our inner survival kit. Why is it so important, Dr. Roche, to be meditating? And what happens to the organism? What happens to us as we live and experience life and go through various events in our lives, and we don't make the time to take that time for ourselves?
So I'm Lauren Roche, and I started meditating in a research lab at the University of California in 1968. And since then, I've been involved in research on meditation, training to be a meditation teacher, training other people to be meditation teachers, teaching, interviewing. This somehow I just ran off with the circus. I ran off into this field, and it's been so rewarding and so much fun. I've never looked back. So I'm here to share with you the essence of what I've learned over the last 52 years, because meditation is actually a series of very simple life skills. It just entering into your desires and letting them light you up, your deepest passions, your survival instincts, attending to these in a way like watching an inner movie. And when you string together a series of simple skills, you have the ability to meditate, which means the ability to go inside yourself, to rest more deeply than sleep, let go of stress very quickly, and emerge refreshed in half an hour. So that's what we're talking about. Meditation is a life skill. It's kind of a power up. So in practice, it's like a magic potion.
So it should be part of our survival toolkit in our lives, really.
It is. So the way that survival works is that we're taking in 10 or 11 million bits of data every second through all of our senses: vision, hearing, touch, smell, taste, balance, movement. And so our body, our nervous system is always alert for where's safety, where's danger, what are the threats, where do I want to move, what do I need to do? So the body is constantly tracking all of this. And part of adapting, part of doing our thing in the world is getting scared, excited, alarmed. It's revved up. Whenever our body perceives that we can't deal with something in a very relaxed way, it amps up. So there's that surge of adrenaline and other stress hormones. And this is a great response. It's brilliant. The body releases this adrenaline type energy to quickly deal with the crisis. Now, in today's world, through the news media, we're always getting suggestions. Oh, there's this crisis, that crisis. So the news media make their living by scaring the bejesus out of us, as they say, keeping us revved up. And it's not all bad. It's learning to cope with the world. But there's a whole range between being totally scared, totally angry, to being excited, where the stress is fun, like a roller coaster, or when you're thrilled to see what's going to happen in a movie or a show or a play, or the excitement of music. There's a whole range of daydreaming, deep relaxation, and sleep. Now, usually we only access profound relaxation and rest when we're deep asleep. Meditation gives you an additional ability, which is to be wide awake, all of your senses alert, and yet be in a state of rest and relaxation deeper than deep sleep. And this is a built-in human response. It's part of our survival experience. It's part of our survival instincts. That just nature put it there, or God, or the genius of life, or evolution. All human beings have this genius response. It's built in, and it's fundamentally very simple.
So what you're suggesting is it's something that is innately available to us. It's not something we necessarily have to go out there, read a lot of books and acquire. However, you are talking about skills though.
These are skills. Yeah. Meditation is inside, and there are many different pathways you may want to explore. There are tens of thousands of different meditation techniques. And they include things like listening to music. If you put on music that you love, particularly say quiet music, just put on music that you love and let it carry you away. That's a meditative state. That's as good as it gets. And a lot of our vices are mini meditations. Like, fortunately, people aren't smoking all the time anymore. But the basic movement of smoking, where a person goes, that's a mini meditation, whether they're smoking cigarette, tobacco, or marijuana. The basic move of just taking a breath and slowly exhaling, it signals the body, okay, go ahead and have a few seconds of meditation. And in a sense, what we do when we meditate is we steal the good stuff from our vices. You actually take, well, what is it that I want in a chocolate chip cookie? You know, it's like the smell is about 80% of taste. You know, there's these intoxicating smells. Oh my God, baking bread or whatever your favorite smells are, flowers. When we smell something incredibly delicious and we go, oh my God, that's incredible. It's a flower, a person, you know, the skin, your baby's skin, food, fresh air, the ocean, forests.
But then
When you go like,
those are not vices though, Lauren. Those vices would be alcohol, smoking cigarettes,
yeah,
eating things that are harmful to you. This is what you're saying is so critical. You're saying if we could extract from the vices the essence, the juice, and actually transform the vice into something that serves and in fact nourishes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All of your vices are clues to your personal doorways into meditation. And you can actually construct your meditation practice by like listing your vices and what is it that I enjoy in that vice. And like, people will drinking scotch or alcohol, they'll describe like a feeling of warmth. They'll drink alcohol like I think when people drink straight scotch or something like that, they'll describe a feeling of warmth going down like in their heart into their belly. Well, that's valuable. You want meditation to feel that way. You can give that to yourself without the alcohol. And
how would you recommend that? Could you demonstrate that for us? If someone had the vice of smoking cigarette or say drinking alcohol in the
both of the drink, I'm thirsty. So you could just take a sip of water. And if you like drinking wine or martinis or scotch, you could let your body remember what you love about that feeling.
Right.
Because in the substance, the body is metabolizing something.
And the brain has memory anyway.
Yes. So your body has sense memory of what that feels like. And accessing an experience like that is in a way no different than just touching an app on your phone. Like when you touch that sensory pathway in yourself, you're giving your body permission to feel that way. And there's lots of breathing techniques and mantra techniques that feel like drinking scotch or drinking something that's so wonderfully warming. It might be an obsolete reference. I don't know, maybe nobody drinks scotch anymore. So then let's take smoking marijuana. Well, there's that long, slow inhale, holding, releasing. That is the fundamental breath meditation. Let's just do that. a long, slow inhale, but you're drinking in the air as if it's this precious substance. And holding in the sense that you're letting yourself absorb it. It's not a static holding, it's cherishing, where you eagerly absorbing the good stuff that's there in air. And then a luxurious exhale. So that right there is the essence of meditation. It's actually doesn't get any deeper than that. It's just longer. If you continue with that attitude of cherishing, adoring a breath, just like people who are, say, really value their marijuana, or it's expensive stuff, or this is good stuff. When they breathe in, they're eagerly absorbing it. They're seeing, with their lungs are saying, give me that good stuff and take me on a trip, like light me up. Give me delight, light up my senses, give me relaxation, give me clarity, give me freedom from this mental noise. You can take that same attitude towards just a breath of fresh air, any breath. That's what I mean by you steal the good stuff from a vice.
That makes sense, because a lot of people who turn to alcohol or smoke cigars or cigarettes often say that, oh, I'm just doing this to relax. Most times that's what people are seeking these things for relaxation.
They are, and they would be great. And for some people can smoke their whole life and it's fine. And with a substance, these magical substances like tobacco and alcohol, marijuana, they insert themselves right between you and the world. And then they say, well, you can't get there without me. So we're always flirting. We're always flirting with danger. But some people aren't addicts. Most people are not addicts. There's a guy up the way. He smokes a cigar, and if you don't smoke, cigars can just smell so horrible. It's just so awful. It's like the exhaust from a diesel bus. So we'll be walking along the water, and there's this guy that smokes a cigar nearby, about a block away. And he goes out at twilight, and he's there, and he's just so peaceful with his cigar, kind of leaning against the fence. There's the harbor, and he's just looking around like that. And it's a meditation for him.
I like what you're saying, because there is enough evidence and there's been enough scientific study that suggests that we don't actually have to consume a substance, because the brain, via image, via memory, triggers the same response.
Yeah. Absolutely. And there's a sometimes it's instant. Sometimes when you meditate, it's just like, oh my God, instantly. It's like, this is so much fun. Other times you go through an ordeal, and this is why people don't meditate, is that relaxation hurts somewhat. Like, for example, if your shoulders have been tight because whatever, at work or whatever happened, somebody might tune into their body to meditate, and it's like, oh my God, my shoulders are so tight, or my legs, or wherever. That you have to wade through the tension. So there's a difference in meditation, and that it's not a drug. You're letting your body recover from stress and exhaustion. And there's often a weird kind of pain. It's very similar to the feeling of rubbing your legs 2 days after taking a long walk. You can feel that soreness. And if you've ever really worked out, like if you've done extra amount of work, say hiking up a hill or taking a really long walk, sometimes the next day your legs are so sore. And you move through that. So for a couple minutes as you move, you go, oh God, I'm so sore from that workout. That's what meditation feels like part of the time. As you relax, your body begins to recover and it sends healing blood flow, healing nourishment, healing prana to the worn out areas of your body. So it's very intense. You'll sit to meditate. You might have 30 seconds of deep relaxation. And then, oh my God, I've been so wrapped up tight. And as you relax, it's like, ouch, ooh, ouch. It's a relaxation. And then, ouch, oh God, I was wrapped up so tight. And then So meditation is an and ouch.
Mm.
And it's worth it because then you get real drug-free relaxation. Like I love wine. I just love wine. I'll drink like a tablespoon of it every few days or once a week, but it's like the whatever.
Just enough to trigger the memory.
Well, yeah, but I'm a little allergic to it. It's a little irritating. And so I just love it. So I'll meditate on red wine. Sometimes I'll use red wine as my mantra. And the other day, it was like just before dinner time. It's the time when you'd have a glass of wine. I thought, I want that feeling. But I don't want to drink any wine. So I sat over there and I just sifted through the busyness of my mind. I let the whole to-do list thing spin, track my sensations. And then in 10 minutes, I was on vacation. In 10 minutes, I was like a month into a vacation in Hawaii. I was just in a state of such deluxe repose. And I realized, oh my God, this is so much deeper than wine or marijuana. But I did have to sort through all my experience. And then I was just soaking in it. Okay, this is more relaxing than actually being in Hawaii. It's giving my body full permission. And I just soaked in that for 15 minutes. And then I got up and had a fantastic evening. So that's what meditation is like. It's the price you pay is you have to wade through your to-do list, whatever tension, feel your exhaustion, because that's how the body heals. And then you get access to your inner paradise, your inner repose.
And I feel like I feel like to encourage people to be there, to visit that space more often, as opposed to reaching for the cigarette that's harmful for your lungs, or reaching for too much alcohol that's harmful for your liver in the long run. The suggestion that there is a small price to pay, which is that the clutter will enter the mind, but stay with it and swim through it so that you can get to the place. What you say about Hawaii, it makes that little vacation is almost better than actually going through the trouble of going through the TSA, getting into the plane, taking a really long flight.
Yeah.
You just extrapolated the best parts of the vacation and brought them to life.
And just live that way. So the idea of meditation is live as if you've just come back from a great vacation. It's give yourself that every day so that you can function all day long, every day at your best. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about giving 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes before dinner, maybe half an hour each time. Giving an hour, which is 4% of the 24-hour cycle. You give an hour to improve the other 96%. And it works.
And in this hour, you are recollecting all the memories, all the scents, the smells, the taste, so vividly, as if in your senses you can almost touch and feel where you're at, where you
So in essence, in meditation, you're practicing your best style of attention, which often in love, play, vices, your passions, and your relaxation. You're practicing your best modes of attention.
So in effect, would you say, Lauren, that practice of meditation, cultivating a practice of meditation in your life actually makes you a very, very astute observer in your life?
Yes, it's a great side effect of meditation, is that from being alert to all these nuances of your senses. Meditation is primarily a sensory technique. Afterward, you notice that your senses work better and you are perceiving more of what's going on around you. And if you have a love relationship, one of the incredible gifts of meditation is being able to see the person that you love new every day. So it's like having an affair. Even if you've been with somebody for 10 or 20 or 30 years, meditation gives you the feeling of having an affair with this unknown but known interesting person, because your senses are more wide awake. So you're actually seeing around the corners instead of seeing what you think you know. Meditation trains your senses to perceive the mystery, the unknown inside that person, and it's enchanting. And this is one of the famous beneficial side effects of meditation.
This is so important and this is so juicy, because in our first interaction, and I know in my experience prior to the practice of meditation, when I was perceiving and interacting with the world, the first thing that you see of another person is not even so much what they're putting out. It's just your inner process, just deducing a person into what you think is acceptable, digestible version of them. That's like the first time when you're a non-meditator, when you don't have the practice and you're just out there in the world and you're carrying this clutter of thoughts in your mind, your perception of someone is actually really so minuscule. It's so small. But this practice slowly starts to expand that. It's almost like gives you a new set of eyes to look at someone.
That's right. It's like new eyes, new skin, new hearing. Yeah, one thing I notice even after 52 years is that when I meditate in the morning for a bit and colors are brighter, music sounds better, and my skin, the wind on my skin is more fun. So I need a certain amount of this deep dive into rejuvenation, recovery that meditation is.
But I love how you have talked about extrapolating even the essence, the juice out of your vice, and
Yeah.
rid of the harmful effects and take the beneficial effects and make those yours.
Yeah. And in this way, everything you've experienced in the past is a learning experience. When we're stealing the good stuff from our vice, it's you're flipping the script. Okay, that's the thing I learned. Huh?
You're outsmarting the vice.
Yeah. And one of the great things about being lit by meditation is that you can drive and operate better. There's no impairment of your functioning.
Your senses are more alert. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're coordinated.
Love it. Thank you so much, Dr. Rose.
Thank you, Tanya.